Hello everyone and welcome back to the Majora's Mask playthrough. We're pretty much on the home stretch now. This is the final... Yeah, well George is happy we're finally finishing this game. Because maybe we'll be playing something that he's actually played because he's never played Majora's Mask.
Guess I've not seen Ghostbusters yet.
You haven't seen Ghostbusters?
I've seen it.
You haven't. Anyway, this is the final area of the game, Ikana Canyon, and I'd say it's my favourite. I'd ask you, but you haven't got to this point yet.
Gone past this part already.
What do you think of Ikana Canyon then?
It's pretty cool. It's a bit sort of like...
Don't say dry.
Sort of shadow temple area.
Don't say dry, because it is a desert.
It's very... Basically, it's the shadow temple of Majora's Mask.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's probably how I would describe it too. I know I'm doing myself a disservice by constantly running into these fucking things, but like, you don't understand. They just pop up right in front of you like that. It's quite hard to dodge them.
But yeah, I enjoyed it as an area.
What do you think of the music?
I don't remember now.
Okay, to be honest, it's probably a bit of an unfair question because the only music I really remember is the Stone Tower Temple music, and that music's fantastic. Oh, hey, Takon. Wonder why he's here. We'll be seeing him a bit later as we finish the Andrew and Cafe quest. Oh, the way I've also structured the playthrough is that's the last thing we do before we finish the game.
Okay.
Because it kind of leaves it on a happy note. Although we do go back in time and completely erase it. This mask I'm wearing now, you may remember we got it. I think we got it when we did the original playthrough, actually, the Garu mask.
Right.
But we never actually. You don't need it until you get to Ikana Canyon. It's just helpful to get.
Fair enough.
Also, as a change between the 3DS and the this version, do you remember that it's different in the 3DS version? It's like a beak, hooded beak.
Yeah. Different design.
Do you know why? Because it is actually continuity error in this game.
Okay, go on.
It's supposed to be the Garo Master mask, but if you remember what the Garo Master looks like... Oh, you haven't met one yet. You meet one in the Stone Tower Temple. You know how the mask looks?
Yep.
That's how they look. They look nothing like those ones.
Right, okay.
It's just kind of to fix that continuity error.
That's cool.
It's like, I like that as well. I think the mask just looks cooler as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you do kind of need the ice arrows to get into Ikana Canyon, unfortunately. Yeah. But it's... I think... I'm not saying this is where the game gets fun. I think this is where the story elements maybe start to kind of converge a little bit.
It's finally coming somewhere.
Because like I like the other areas, but they don't really factor into the Skull Kid kind of story. Once you get to this point, you realise that the story's tone is kind of going down a little bit to kind of be a bit more downbeat. I remember ages ago we talked about the Link is dead theory. We haven't brought it up recently just because we've already talked about it, but I just want to bring it up again because this is the place where Link starts to reach acceptance, where in the theory Link would start to reach acceptance for his own death, because we've gone through depression. This is acceptance, and the whole symbolic thing of going up to the tower into heaven, this kind of scene later, if you believe in that theory. It doesn't make sense. It does make sense to me, but you know, it's fine if you don't believe that. This is an easy heart piece here that I'm getting now. It's also reminds me a lot of the Forest Temple, as you'll see in a second, from Ocarina of Time, because it uses all the same ghost models from there.
Nice.
They've even got the exact same names.
Oh, really?
So, actually, I wanted to ask you this ages ago. What do you think Termina is? Do you think it's... Do you believe in the Link is dead theory, or do you just think it's a parallel world that we just happen to have fallen into? Or do you think it's just a fake place where Link is imagining it, or what? Or do you just think it's an area he happened to stumble upon? Because it's got a lot of weird elements to it, and it's very anti-Hyrule.
Difficult, isn't it? It's hard to pinpoint just one.
I think the way Link enters Termina is interesting, because he falls down a hole, then enters a hallway which turns.
Yeah, but it's pretty weird.
But he also then ends up outside again. So, do you want to have a moment to think?
Yeah, you might as well.
So to defeat these ghosts, you pretty much have to do the same kind of technique. Do you want to stop chairs?
No, I'm good.
The same kind of technique you have to do in Ocarina of Time, except they're kind of ganging up on you now. So basically, wait until they stop spinning around and then stab them. But because I've got the Gilded Sword, I'm pretty much killing them in one hit.
Fair enough.
The Gilded Sword is like beast. I love the Gilded Sword so much.
Amazing.
But we're getting a better one later on though. A better sword than that. By the way, this camera angle, I don't know if you remember what the last ghost does in Ocarina of Time. Do you?
No,
Right, look, just in a second. That camera angle does not help me, because now I can't see which one's which. That was a lucky shot, even I will admit that. This battle is mostly luck, because I can't see which one's which. It's just, I have a 50% chance. I mean, look, I don't even see anything there. Luck! Totally luck! So, what is your conclusion in the terminal?
I don't know, like the whole sort of theory of Link being dead and everything, that's quite interesting. I would kind of like it to be that.
Would you?
But I don't think that's sort of what Nintendo would have gone for.
I think it's impossible to deny that was an idea, because it's structured in such a perfect way that it would fit up with that.
Yeah. It seems quite a strange thing for them to do for this game.
Maybe Enuma was just tired of making Zelda games.
Yeah. But I don't know. Who knows?
I agree with you. I think it's the most interesting because it just makes the game so much darker, and it also adds to the appearance of this Link in Twilight Princess. I think I've mentioned this. I have mentioned this before. In Twilight Princess, when you learn new moves, you're taught by a Stalfos Knight. You know, the Skeleton Knights.
Yep. And
he is a legendary hero who got lost in the woods and regretted that he couldn't pass their secrets down to the next generation. Clearly meant to be Link, because he's not a Kokiri, he's a Hylian, and he got lost in the woods. And when the Lost Woods, ironically, and it's clearly supposed to be him.
Yeah.
I think that adds a really dark thing to him, because this Link just gets shit all the time. He ends up in this place which is pretty much his death.
Yeah.
It's implied to be anyway. But if that's true, if it's really supposed to be his death, then it also makes it so Majora's Mask gets away from him and he loses Epona.
Yeah.
So Majora's Mask is probably still out there. Yeah, we got the song much later. Much earlier for this. But you have to just play the Song of Storm so it clears the river up. And if you notice, the ghost that we saw earlier looked like Luigi. This ghost looks like Mario, and he's also got a red sun on his hat. So it's clearly supposed to be Mario.
It is indeed.
And Mario's jealous and angry.
Wow.
So ironic that Luigi is the logical one. So if you stay in this room, I came out of the Ocarina menu just to kind of show you what happens if you stay in there. He's basically, I like to think he's sucking the oxygen out of your body, or like taking your life force or something. Because if you stay in there, your life will slowly go down.
Yeah.
If you don't have the power up that I have, that gives you double defense, it takes away half a heart, which is like intense. The Song of Storms, I didn't learn this until I finished the game. It actually has a lot more uses than you think.
Alright.
It has this use, which you can use it as a story purpose.
Yep.
You know those blue bubbles that hit you and you can't draw your sword out?
Yep.
If you play the Song of Storms, it gets rid of the curse.
Yeah, I know.
And
I actually worked that out.
No.
Great.
I'm saying that's not the only thing. But if there's a bit later on, if there's a crack in the wall that you're supposed to use a bomb chew on, if you play the Song of Storms, the crack will break.
Oh.
The wall will break. So
Nice.
this is such a long cutscene for this. And I think in this part we're going to be dealing with one of probably what people consider to be one of the more tragic stories in Majora's Mask. Certainly one of the more depressing ones.
This area definitely looks so much better than the 3DS one.
In the 3DS
Yeah.
one. Really? I don't remember it.
It looks great. Just note that.
I need to replay it.
You should. And if you're not sick of it by the end of this.
No, I'll glad to play it.
Fall asleep at the fall.
It's just this cutscene.
Yeah. But I do quite like the colouring in this one.
Yeah, it's really odd. I don't know what it's trying to imply. Because it could be implying anything about the Gibdos here. Are they former musicians? Are they...
Yeah.
Is the music actually poisonous to them?
Like, just the motion is like so weird. Oh.
Just over the top. The music, you can hear the music box. You know what it reminds me of so much?
Yeah.
Do you remember the... Oh, is it the... Ghost House in Mario 64?
Right, yeah.
It reminds me of that music. It sounds a little bit like that.
I get what you mean.
It's obviously not the same thing.
Stupid. God, yeah, it does go on good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There we go.
Ominous. Let's go see what's in that house. I mean, after this cutscene's finished.
Yes, there is.
We actually do see Flat and Sharp in Ocarina of Time, because in the graveyard, if you go there as an adult, you can see them. If you open the graves, you can see them and kill them and take their souls and sell them.
Fun times.
They get more of a role in this game, though.
Yeah.
Also, that's another... Actually, it's probably a good thing I brought that up, so it lets me kind of do this segue. Ikana Canyon has the most character, I think, out of all the areas.
Oh.
There's a lot more stories going on than just the main one, which is to restore peace to the spirits that live here. In Great Bay, the main concern was making the water safe again.
Yeah.
But also the beavers were there and they had their own little story. In Ikana Canyon, you've got Flat and Sharp and their rivalry and their hatred of each other because of Sharp's arrogance. You have the king of Ikana, which we'll see in a minute. We'll see next time, sorry. Who's got his own thing going on.
Yeah.
He's got his guards. We've got the father and daughter who've got their own story going on, their own tragedies. You've got the Gibdos who have their own little story. You've got the... It's just so much going on.
Yeah.
And you've got the Gandry and Kei thing, which finishes here. So you've got you pretty much got 5 stories in this.
It's definitely a lot to this bit.
Just gives it a little bit more character. Also, as a nice little trick to get into that house, the little girl that lives there will come out and get water. And I'm an idiot here because basically what you can do to she's there. She's just checking out why the music's come back. But what you can do is I would suggest using the stone mask because sneaking behind her is a bit of a pain in the arse.
Yeah, definitely.
To get her to come out the house, throw a bomb or use the bomb mask and she'll just run out and check out what's going on. I've got a bomb out there because I thought she wasn't outside. And also, I'm going to be showing off both, quote-unquote, both outcomes of this. So, when you open this closet, you can see him for the first time there. And can I just say, that is fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
So, there's 2 things you can do. The first thing I'll do is shows what happened when you attack him. His daughter comes in and boots you out, basically.
Yeah. And
you have to do it again. It's a dark scene. It is really dark, and the implications of it are horrible. Ugh. His lips. This is so... I hate this. It's really depressing.
It's one of the bits of the game you just can't help but sort of watch.
Yeah.
And it's quite difficult to sort of just talk over because it's just so good.
Oh, look, let you get booted out again.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm gonna show you how you can... I'm pretty much showing you how you can get in if throwing a bomb in the water. To be honest, I'm surprised that didn't... like, extinguish itself.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, like, she comes out to check out what the explosion was. And you can literally just run around it, she never notices you. I mean, look at that stone face. Surely that face gives you an indication that is camouflage.
Super sneaky.
See how much handsome rock I've ever seen. Yeah, the cutscene just repeats if you just go back. Oh, I've totally ruined that scene by putting that fucking stone mask on. And you have to play the Song of Healing to heal his troubled spirit. And I forgot what the Song of Healing was. So I'm just going to look it up quickly and not make an arse of myself. Brilliant. I adore the Song of Healing so much. I think it's pretty much Majora's Mask's unofficial theme at this point.
Could say that.
I can't remember. I only remember what his daughter's called, Pamela. I can't remember what his name is. I don't think he even has a name, to be honest. You can actually check his research out on the wall on the right there, because he's researching the Gibdos and the Garos. And for some reason, he just seemed to discover that a melody drives away the Gibdo, and I don't know how he did that.
Yeah.
Aww. I'll just take this out of your hands. Yeah, boy. Now, I've finally achieved my dream to become the Mummy. Do you remember that TV show on Fox Kids, The Pharaohs?
Yes.
Yeah,
actually, surprisingly enough.
I was with that. It's a nice scene.
That's one long hug.
If you go and try and talk to them, Tattle tells you off and tells you to leave, basically. Now, as a nice little thing here to help you people out, and also to help me and George out, because this part is really long, I have made it shorter for you. This is the well section. Have you done the well bit?
I have.
Right, how annoying is it?
Very.
I have saved everybody some trouble, because instead of showing me getting all of the stuff you need, I'm just going to go down there and have it.
Nice.
So basically, I haven't got it now, and wait for this amazing edit you're going to see. Not that.
Oh, I was gonna say that would have been good, but
Well, look at the clock at the bottom for an indication of the amount of time it took me to get all that stuff.
fair enough. Much more obvious point.
There we go. Now in my inventory, I have all the items that you're required to get.
Yep. Horrible list.
Yeah, it's better in the 3DS version, to be honest.
Yeah. The order's different, isn't it?
Yeah, you have See, I've got everything. Instead of 5 magic beans, you have to give him 1. You have to give him 5.
It's one of everything, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to give him 5 in the original.
It's a bit annoying.
And the big Poe.
Yeah.
There's nothing they can really do to fix this. It's just kind of an annoying section, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
It's weird seeing those ice creatures. We haven't seen those since Ocarina of Time in the ice cavern. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is trying to imply.
Yeah.
This kind
weird,
of.
isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's just supposed to maybe be like. Are they guarding? I know what they're guarding. You know what they're guarding, but like, did the king tell them to stay here and guard this?
Yeah.
And they just kind of died in place.
Very strange.
It would have been kind of cool if they'd have been cursed to stay there, and then when you lift the curse, they did just decompose.
Yeah.
But no, you can't do that in a PG game.
Probably not.
They're not a rated T game, isn't it? Yeah. I love as well when you talk to stuff, the bats freeze behind you.
It's quite useful.
Did you have any trouble with this, or was it just you just followed the guide, or did you have to keep coming down here?
I first went through the guide for this bit.
Yeah, good,
It's just easier.
good plan.
Because it would have been horrible otherwise.
Yeah, I'll admit, the first time I did this, I kept going outside, and don't do that. It's boring. This is the only big Poe you're going to fight in the entire game. I mean, second rather. And as mentioned, last part, if you take this, you need this Poe to go through the well section anyway. But if you take this to the Curiosity Shop, it can get you a lot of money and help you get that piece of heart. You can tell I've gone to the bank and withdrawn 500 rupees as well to buy all that stuff. I will say, this well section, do you think it's better or worse than the one in Ocarina of Time?
Probably better because it's easier to navigate.
Than the one in Ocarina of Time?
Yeah.
I'd agree.
I remember that being a bit more difficult.
And also, it spooks me way more. It's, oh my god, the fucking dead hand. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Did you have, because when you played Ocarina of Time, did you have trouble? No, hang on, did you play that bit in our playthrough? Or did I just do it?
I think you did that.
Oh, right, because that bit's is spoop. It's too spoopy.
Yeah.
I wish we got to a Zelda playthrough where you would play like we do in Ocarina of Time, where we just split it in half like that. But it's so hard to do it after Ocarina because there's no natural split in the gameplay after.
Yeah. It's fine.
I went the wrong way there. If you can't tell that, I was trying to figure out what he wanted. And I was like, I've got a fish and I've got milk. Milk can't melt fucking ice. And this fish definitely isn't. I mean,
This
maybe
fish definitely won't help.
maybe if I keep slamming the fish against it, it will. Don't bother fighting any of the enemies in here. They are just trying to get in your way.
Yeah.
Just ignore them and they'll go away.
It's like most things. Especially bullies.
And Blunderbuss reviews. Just ignore it, it'll go away. Oh my god, you don't actually need blue potion. I'm being an idiot again, I went the wrong way. Basically, this thing here, if you bring him blue potion and go in there, there's a room that has 100 rupees in it.
Alright.
You have to spend near to that to get the blue potion, so it's not worth doing it.
Yay, that was a fun waste of time.
Also, getting blue potion in Majora's Mask is a little bit annoying. You can either bring the hag, the fungus, for her to make it. Or there's actually you know that Deku that we saw last time that we did the land title D thing with?
Yep.
He actually has some blue potion that he sells you.
Alright.
Yeah, so if you ever need it, that's an easy way to get it. You probably won't, because starting from the part when I do the Stone Tower Temple, I'll be using Chateau Romani every part, so you won't need it to restore anything. Chateau Romani just gives you... have you ever drunk it in your playthrough yet?
I don't think I did. I know about it, but...
Yeah, I just use it in the last couple of parts just because it's easier to... It's just easy to... It gives you nothing to worry about, basically. Also, as a nice tip for Piece of Heart, getting that Piece of Heart in the bank, if you use light arrows to kill enemies, they always give you 50 rupees.
Okay.
It's just a nice, quick little method. Also, this puzzle is lethal.
Yeah.
I just decided to fucking just run through.
Butcher yourself.
Yeah. Link's tough. Ow!
Just run into that one for fun.
I remember when I came into this last room when I was younger and it was pitch black and those fucking spiky things. I was like, I don't like this. Even though, like, the only scary thing in any Zelda game ever is the dead hand and the re-dead from Wind Waker. And when we get to Wind Waker, holy fuck, those re-dead are going to freak you out. Oh no, you're not doing Wind Waker, are you? Because me and Nathan are doing it. We already recorded
I got kicked out of that one.
Yeah. We've already done like the first half of it, so there's no point if you join.
We'll just start again.
No!
I'm joking.
No!
I could just join in.
Yeah, you could. It's all post, to be honest, so you actually could.
Yeah.
Well, I want it to be post because Ethan won't play it live anymore. He's so annoying that he won't just follow instructions.
This seems to work quite well, actually, anyway.
While doing it in post.
Yeah, I mean, I probably still prefer doing how we used to do it, but...
Yeah, I did too. So, that's the well done, talking about Wind Waker instead of Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
So, let's see what we got. Oh.
Yay!
Oh.
Does it reflect my pain from doing this bit?
It kind of does a little bit.
Yeah. That was my face throughout doing this well section.
So, is that your face when you found out you had to do the well section?
Yeah.
We'll get into... There's actually a really interesting theory about the mirrors. Like an idiot, I'm trying to climb up there.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
There's actually a really interesting theory about the mirror shield, which we'll talk about next time. But I think...
If we remember.
It kind of reflects the Link is dead theory, to be honest.
No. No one's going to appreciate that.
I don't get it.
Reflects.
Oh! Oh, no. Oh, God, that was awful. And I said it as well. Fuck you.
I enjoyed that too much.
No, your eyes aren't deceiving you. We are still here. We haven't ended the part yet. We're not actually going into the ancient castle in Makana until next time. So
Aww.
I can talk about that mirror theory quickly, actually.
Go on then.
Basically, the whole point of the face reflects Link's pain because of its the face on it.
Yeah.
And also, the mask is a mask is a hollowed out face, and Majora's Mask is all about masks that you find. So apparently, it's supposed to be a reflection of Link himself. That one, as if it's his mask, because you obviously don't get a mask in this game.
Fair enough.
Watch me try and be really cinematic now as well. Basically, my plan was at this point to go, we'll see you next time in Majora's Mask, blah, blah, blah. But I did this instead.
Nice.
Awkward. It just makes the part really awkward.
Yeah.
And now, hang on, we're not done yet.
Oh, wait. Oh.
Exactly.
Oh.
Okay, we'll see you next time in the Majora's Mask playthrough when we do the Castle of Akana.